Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth and righteousness and sincerity to you Israelite foreigners. Come back home to the truth. To those that passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahushai shall arise first. To you sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers out here teaching His truth, and always commemorate the sister who washed Yahushai feet when you read the scriptures. All right, I wanted to talk to y'all about this messy Sakari, or I guess they're Genesis or whatever. Same shit to me, honestly. Not to attack them or personally, berate them or anything, but we do have to learn from mistakes. If you don't make the mistake, learn from the mistakes of others. What I have to say about them is that they've been messy. Because if we're finding out about Guerrilla Hebrew about a year or two ago with the pagan whatever, that means that messy shit has been going on for probably a few years in and of itself. Which also means that these men have been immature. You have mature Israelites that have had scandals. And by mature, I mean at least they know they're better at covering up their tracks. These niggas, these YNs, that's pretty much what Genesis and Sakari have been. I'm going to tell y'all, I was one brother who always held the door open of repentance as far as thinking that they may or can. But I gave up. I'm like, yo, you know what? That man ain't right. That man ain't right. Elazar ain't right. And it was a lesson learned when I stuck up for him when the pegging situation was discovered, because I thought that there wasn't anything conclusive. I mean, he made the damn video. He controlled the narrative at first. And then when other stuff started coming out, I'm like, oh shit, he is guilty. But at the end of the day, this is a messy situation. That was a messy situation. And it doesn't surprise me, because you have to understand something. This is my advice to all you young men. Stop starting your own fucking camp. That starting your own camp shit, it's okay. Because, see, by the time the elders started their own camp, there had been, let's see, I know about the split in 1993 with Abiyah Malak. Then you had the major split with, which produced House of David. Then you had House of David Brooklyn split from House of David. And the elders split from, if I'm correct, House of David, the original House of David, that split from One West. But in all these splits, one thing that every single group had was elders. You had men that were there, maybe not all from the beginning of One West, but they were all very, what's the word I'm looking for? Experienced. See, I'm going to tell you something. Anybody that wants to start a camp now, you start a camp, you young niggas are babies, honestly. You young niggas are babies, crybabies. First off, you split because you're stupid. A lot of you split from your main from your main teachers because you don't like order. I'm gonna say it like it is. A lot of you niggas you lack accountability. You're mad because you got checked, so now you start your own camp. Yeah, I'm gonna start my own shit. But you have no experience doing nothing. You don't have any elders. I'm sorry, I have to tell the truth. I'm tired of this shit. All these fucking camps, like, yo, the whole fucking alphabet is taken. The whole fucking alphabet is taken by camps that just want to do their own thing. But y'all are fucking messy. You know, one thing I gotta say about Nate, Comfy, they keep most of their mess in-house. Well, Comfy's dead, but you know, they're still, to my knowledge, an ICGJC. I don't know what they're doing today, but you know, they kept their mess as much in-house as you possibly can. Some shit, some information may have leaked out to the public. But they weren't everybody's butt of every. Never once did you make a joke about fucking Comfy getting pegged. You know? I mean, that shit, there's the old school Israelite scandal and the new school Israelite scandal. The new school Israelite scandal sounds just like all the fucking worldly scandal people. You got Peggate, you got women speaking out saying I was abused, you know, or I was robbed. You know, all that shit, man. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you, man, these new YN Israelites are out of their fucking mind. Y'all are out of y'all mind. I'm telling you, that pagan shit, unbelievable. Listen, if fucking anybody back at the old One West or ICGJC would have been into weird shit like that, the whole world wouldn't have heard about it. At least, like, y'all niggas ain't even doing a good job of keeping y'all messes private. That's the crazy shit. And you know why it's coming out? In my honest opinion, I believe it's coming out because you niggas are switching up the doctrine. You know, y'all ain't right, man. Y'all, if nothing yet has told y'all niggas, y'all are not headed in the right direction. The time is short, man. You niggas are really. I would be afraid to get caught up in half of y'all dirt, man. You know, and this truth, I don't have a wife. I haven't had a wife or even a girlfriend that we lasted. But I'll tell you this, if y'all niggas ever got to interview any of my exes, last thing you would hear about is fucking about beatings and fucking taking money. If anything, I left because they were fucking taxing me for bullshit. Y'all niggas are weird, man. Like, this shit happens because you niggas don't have elders, man. I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't have elders, somebody that's been through life, it's not just about knowing scriptures. It's about applying and knowing how not to get caught up in shit. It's about accountability. Like, I saw one of the videos with Hakaz's wife mentioned Priest Daniela. Like, damn, I know for a fact you had to get good advice from Priest Daniela, so y'all niggas just didn't apply it. If there's one thing I know about that elder, he gives great advice. So if you niggas is getting caught up in schemes and crazy shit like that, it's because you didn't listen. Because you don't have elders. You don't have an elder. If an elder, if you have a choice whether or not to take the elder's advice, then that means you don't have an elder. You might have consulted Elder Priest Daniela and a couple other men that his wife mentioned, but you obviously didn't listen. You didn't listen. That's it. That's the bottom line. You niggas didn't listen. You know, you got all these fucking young elders. All these young niggas calling themselves elders. You niggas ain't elders, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I even sometimes feel a certain way when I'm being called an elder, because I'm not that I'm a young elder anymore. I'm 46. 4 months from now, not even 4 months. In a few months, I'm gonna be 47. That much closer to 50 years old. Listen to the people that have been through shit, man. You niggas don't listen to elders. That's the problem. With Sakari, y'all niggas was with GMS at one point. Y'all burnt that bridge. Alazar, I'm sorry. Alazar has never a day in his life been a true elder. I don't find nothing wrong with you know, getting fresh, you know, buying nice kicks, whatever, but you have to still keep the Most High first. That's the one thing y'all niggas are forgetting to do. Keep the Most High first. Do everything decency and order. You niggas don't do shit in decency and in order. Y'all are out of the fucking cult playbook. All these fucking videos coming out about y'all, oh, this woman was abused, that woman was abused. Like, what? That shit's crazy. You know, but anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm not going to get into the man's wife's personal business, all the stuff she said about him, because at the end of the day, you know, there's a saying in the world that says there's 3 sides to a story, not 2. There's my side, your side, and the truth. And the reason why I say that is because don't you think that she has recordings that aren't so bad, that she just ain't using because they're not as damning as the ones that she put out about him already? She might have information on him that might make him look not as guilty. He's definitely guilty of something based on what I've heard out of his own voice. But the problem isn't that. The problem is, yo, y'all are fucking messy because you don't have elders. You know, you expect Danyala to take time from his own camp, because to me that's honorable as hell. That's honorable. That's very honorable that Danyala took the time to counsel the man and his wife. You know, because fuck what you heard. Sometimes there are situations where a man has to be checked. And it's crazy that these things are going on still. Like, how does this happen when you are in the truth? You're supposed to be a Hebrew Israelite, which means you're supposed to follow a certain standard of conduct. And you just aren't living by it, man. You left a epigrapha, Alazar, which I can't fault you on that one. But you didn't do any better. Well, no, you're not getting pegged at least. And I didn't hear anything with the woman saying she was beat up. You know, I like that, but you know, well, I'm not gonna say I like it. I hate it less that at least she didn't get beat up. At least she hasn't said that. But that shit is just messy. Like, you got a lot of messy ass Israelites. I don't want to be involved in that shit. I wouldn't want to be involved in that. You know, the elders that I listen to, as far as doctrine is concerned, they don't get caught up in that shit because they're not messy. They were capable of running a camp when they left House of David. That's what the difference between your elders and my elders were. And this person has a Tesla with a thing that says Ash Yash. Salak. Well, anyway, with that, I've pretty much said what I had to say. With that, I'm going to say shalom, man. Listen, have elders, man, and listen to those elders. Don't sit here and fucking think you're an elder at such a young age, because you ain't experienced shit. Shalom.